he was murdered for trying to do so. Ask Betty Shabazz about Malcolm. Ask Coretta Scott King about Martin. Ask Emmett Till's mother. If you can make a black woman smile, you have achieved something. Since 1619, when we came in chains, the entire world's been messing with her brain, disrespecting her, calling her out of her name. And she's tired. Just plain Fannie Lou Hamer tired. Tired of being called B words and H words and N words and other words and everything except the child of God that she is. But the one thing in this world that will make a black woman smile is her man. A real man. If you're doing what you're supposed to do, she will smile. She will smile regularly and gladly. So man up, my brother. Man up and make your woman smile. Treat her like the queen that she is. She deserves it. And recognize this. In all of God's creation, there is nothing more alluring, more appealing, or attractive. Nothing more beautiful. Nothing more charming, more charismatic, or captivating. There's nothing more delightful. Nothing more elegant or exquisite. There's nothing more fascinating. There's nothing more inspiring, intoxicating, or invigorating. There is nothing more magnificent, nothing more lovely than a black woman's smile.
You are listening to John Henry Media Network in the United States of America. Contact us at jahu.enterprises@yahoo.com and get your message or information heard by millions today.
Big old butts in the club. Big old butts in the club. Big old butts in the club.
Hey, I'm finna get that girl a dollar. Yeah. Right there, fool. That's real.
Big old butts in the club.
Ow. Big old butts.
I'm like, damn, does my eyes deceive with one? Cause there's some horseback broads made for me to drop my jaw. Feeling smooth and calm in my mind. I'm like, oh, kid up in the candy store. Silent shopping, what to cop. Meantime, I'm watching bouncing tease fellas as they walk. Ain't no chasing going on except the way I spit my talk. Last call type when the punani is just right. Ready for taking home, sticking many positions from behind. Distribute samples on the dance floor. Bumping and grinding quick and slow since they can't keep their pants on. I lose track of where my hands go. Whip out a pen and pad fast on the donkey ass and let her know my only goal is tapping and making it last. Big old butts in the club.
Hey, yo, Jay, check that old girl over there at the bar.
Big old butts in the club.
Yeah, that booty is astronomical.
For real though.
Keep shaking that booty, folks. Keep shaking that booty.
You are listening to John Henry Media Network from the United States of America.
Keep shaking that booty, keep shaking that booty, ho. Keep shaking that booty. I wanna see you get physical. Bend over, do the booty clap. She working them goodies, leg rubbing on a kitty cat. Baby, go and wiggle that. Shorty got a big ol' back. Bottom gristle lump, I wanna give it just a little smack.
Till my hands red or get dizzy in the head from popping it upside down with your legs all spread. Grab a pole, any pole, swing that coochie round it slow as if to get some currency contribution to the juice flow.
Hey baby, how you doing? Hello, I like the way you shaking that ass, just like Jell-O. It look like shake and bake the way you shake them cakes. I tell you right now, it's put in the right place. I'd rather look at your backside than your face. The strobe light making your skirt look so tight. The reason that I touched your bottom was just in spite. In spurts, go ahead, drop that ass and baby, make it work. Booties are shaking and moving all around. 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 Ladies get crunk, take them heels off and shake your butt. Get drunk, dip it low to the flow and back it up. That's what's up,
Ma, yeah, you work that thing like a pro. Body like roll when I can't wait to get you home. Make you moan, cause it hurts so good. Tap that ass and turn it out like a pimp should. Get it, girl, and get it good. Switch your hips and poke it out. Nalgas arriba, girl, you know what I'm about. Money, bud, and big ol' buzz. Pulling hoes and make them strut. Hit the club and catch a buzz. I make it do what it does. Juicy booty bouncing while I'm pulling on a lovely thong. Tipsy in the club, filling up her skirt and rubbing on.
Big old butts in the club.
Damn, girl, you can do that for a living.
Big old butts in the club.
You are listening to John Henry Media Network from the United States of America.
Keep shaking that booty ho. 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 Keep shaking that booty ho.
All right, 505, we finna take some big booty shout outs. Call in 1-800-BLACK Cave. Caller, you on the air? Yeah, I want to send a shout out to my ex-baby mama, Boo Boo Chiffon. Boy, I can't stand your guts, but that ass is always on my mind. You on the air?
Yeah, I'd like to send a shout out to all the big old butts out there. I'd like to send a shout out to my homegirl Red, my homegirl Tammy. You know where you coming from with all that ass. Good Lord. Last but not least, the MySpace girls and Vita.
Black Heaven is a place where...
Listen to this social media acquired message brought to you by John Henry Media Network from Brother Leo Muhammad with another powerful message for Black America.
Preach about togetherness.
Yes, sir. Elijah Muhammad, what about him?
He was racist. I used to listen to him in New York on the radio on Sunday afternoons. He preached racism.
Okay. Well,
White people are devils.
Well, let me explain.
Yes. He said that we were created by evil scientists.
Let me explain. The question from the gentleman in the front is, wasn't Elijah Muhammad indeed a racist? The gentleman says that he used to listen to him on the radio in North America, I believe, in New York, and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he says, referred to white people as blue-eyed devils, and that they were created by a mad scientist in a laboratory or something like this. Okay, first of all, let me say, you know, when you say racist, you've really got to understand, first and foremost, look, when you have not a prefix, when you have a suffix to a word, I like the fact that you're wearing your bow tie. It means that you're an intelligent man, so you will understand what I'm saying. When you have a suffix, when you have an ist at the end of the word, it is something that is informing you about the expertise or the quality or the skill involved in that particular thing. For instance, a pianist, a violinist, a scientist, a racist. Okay, why do you have this suffix? It is because when one is proficient in the violin, one becomes a violinist. When one is proficient in science, one becomes a scientist. When one loves his race, one is a racist. However, it does not necessarily mean it has to be in a negative way. For instance, let me explain, please. Let me explain. When Elijah Muhammad was born in 1897, racism was in the world.
That's right. That's right.
Right? You agree with me? Okay, so don't talk about Elijah like he invented racism. Racism was in the world. The slave master came for us in 1555, 400 years ago, and we can take it back beyond that. However, the point I'm making is this. Now, with Elijah, you got to understand now that he was born into a world where he was witnessing black men being lynched. He grew up in that era where black men were hung for no reason, where we were subject to all manner of disgusting treatment and disgusting laws. Ku Klux Klan killing us, burning us at the stake for no reason other than the fact that we were black people. Now, when Elijah Muhammad, look, the Jews, Adolf Hitler engineered a program where he
caused 6 million Jews to be killed in gas chambers during the Second World War. Go to any self-respecting Jew today and ask them, what is Adolf Hitler? And they will tell you he was a devil. That's right. What is a devil? The word devil is a term that means, the word devil is a term that means one who devalues. That's right. A devaluer. Those Jewish lies were valuable in the eyes of God. But here is a man that comes along now and takes away the value of human beings and destroys them as a human reality. That is the act of a devil. This book, Quran, talks about the devils and talks about people, human beings who are devils in the manifest evil that they do. Now, that was over 4 years that Hitler was doing his devilishment. Teach. We can count back 400 years of the most brutal treatment. Look, they took my name, my language, my culture. They killed my mother, my father, denied me religion, disallowed me to read or write for over 300 years. Reduced me to the level of an animal where they branded me on my chest, branded me on my buttocks with a branding iron. And they called me 3/5 of a human being in the American Constitution. Is that the act of a human being or the act of a devil? It's for you. You answer it. We're just calling white people names. No! We're just going on the basis of what we have experienced. And so Elijah Muhammad was not a racist in the negative, but he was a racist, yes, in that he at last loved himself and loved his people. Black people were taught to hate ourselves. That's right. Even to this day, many of my people suffer from self-hatred. And you will see us trying to change our skin color. When I was born in the 50s, in Jamaica, they would take, like my nose, the mothers would sometimes take the nose and try to squash it. That's right. To make it straighter, because they didn't like this nose because it was too, what they call negroid. And they would try and squash it because they'd been so conditioned to hate self that they felt that the baby was ugly if it had thick lips and broad nose and black skin. And so this is in order to counterbalance that degree of self-hatred, there had to be a teaching given by Elijah to black people that would allow us to fall in love once again with ourselves. That's right. To have self-respect and to identify that one who was primarily responsible for our destruction. And so I say to you, I understand. Now, just to address the point that you made about the mad scientist. We hear this all the time, but at no point did we say the scientist was mad. That's right. That's the only thing I wanted to correct you on. Everything else is correct. Yes, the Caucasian was created or made via a process of genetic engineering. That's right. This is the history that we have been... Yes, it's true. Yes, it's true. Huh? Group. What's an older group? In anthropology, it's an older group. The Caucasian? Yes. No, sir. No. Okay, let's deal with it. Yes, I will. Thank you very much. Let's deal with this. See, because look, I know you're a wise man, and so you must understand that I'm a baby in wisdom, but I'm not a fool. And he's saying here today that the Caucasian is in fact the oldest group on the planet. I beg to differ. Look, one of the most famous anthropologists is Professor Leakey. And when Professor Leakey went in search of the origin of human beings and human species, he didn't stop very long in Europe. He went to Africa. And the oldest bones and the oldest human beings to this day that you call Zinjanthropus, using the Latin meaning Zin and Xanthropus, meaning a black man, that oldest man, they say, is millions of years old. You went back and found one even older than that. You called her Lucy, a black woman. Go ahead. And every sensible historian, anthropologist today agrees that the black man is the father of human beings. Even your geneticist, Mr. Mendel.
Go ahead.
You have Mendel's law.
Go ahead.
Mendel says that light eyes are recessive. Light skin is recessive. You can take the recessive, the dark skin is dominant, the dark eyes are dominant. You can take the recessive from the dominant, but you can't get the dominant from the recessive. This is Mendel's law. And so all of your scientists have proved that you can't look. Black